Kaiju friends and fans? Philly Kaiju came back doing some more videos. I hope all you out there are doing good. I can't complain on this end, that's for sure. God bless me to be able to go back to work a couple years ago, and good Lord willing, I'm going to work another 10 years hopefully. We're going to take a look at this guy. I recently got this off Buyee. It's the original 30 centimeter Godzilla 1954 by X Plus. This is the box. A little while back I had got the Wonderfest color version, so I'll do a comparison to him for sure. But I had this figure originally and had to sell it. Alright, we move on to the start of the show to X Plus 30 centimeter Godzilla 1954. Alright y'all, so here he is. X Plus 30 centimeter Godzilla 1954. This came out years ago now. I don't want to say 12 years ago, probably, maybe longer. I don't know. It's been out for a minute, that's for sure. It's a classic Godzilla figure here. I'm trying to find him. 54, yeah. I think I paid around 300 shipped, right at 300 with the shipping and everything and all that. I didn't think that was terrible for this figure nowadays. I mean, you don't see them too often. You do, but not really that often in my opinion. This is the OG, y'all. If you're new to Godzilla, this is the one. This is the beginning. This is the alpha. This is the man right here. The 1954 Godzilla, portrayed expertly by Haruo Nakajima, who died when? 2017, I want to say. August 2017 time frame he died. I got lucky and met him in Indianapolis at Days of the Dead, I think it was, in June of that year. So just a couple months before he unfortunately passed. So I was very fortunate to be able to meet him. Very kind man. You could tell he wasn't in good health, but I got pictures that I'll never ever let go. Cherish that time when we went and we got to meet him. So definitely a cool movie. Stark differences between the Japanese 1954 version and the US 1956 version. The 1956 is Godzilla King of the Monsters. It's rather different than the 54, which has a lot of dread and gloom and despair of what the Japanese people are going through because of the nuclear effects of the war, where they Americanized the 56 and took a lot of that out, I think. But Haruo Nakajima, of course, played Godzilla from 54 through 72. Godzilla vs. Gigan 1972, and then he retired from it. He is Godzilla and always will be Godzilla. But this is the very first Godzilla movie, so it's just Godzilla, no other kaiju. So he rises from the sea after nuclear test. They diagnose that he's awakened. He's a prehistoric creature that's awakened and deformed because of the nuclear testing that's being done in the Pacific over there. And he proceeds to attack some boats, and they don't know what's going on, and they figure out what it is when they go to the Odo Island to investigate what the natives are saying about a giant creature, and they see Godzilla firsthand there, of course. And then Godzilla proceeds to head towards Japan and Tokyo, and really just the first attack is preliminary, just kind of not a full-on attack, but the next attack is where he just decimates Tokyo pretty much. Then in the meantime, there's a doctor in the movie. There's a love triangle played out, and then the Dr. Serizawa, of course, is the man who creates a weapon called the Oxygen Destroyer, and he doesn't want mankind to use it or to have it or to know about it, so he's kind of keeping it under wraps. But when Godzilla comes and arises, his fiance, who is in love with another guy, actually, he tells her, shows her what it can do, and then tells her, please don't, tell anybody about this. But then Godzilla arises, And she thinks, well, that might be what we need to defeat Godzilla. It's a really good movie, and they do defeat him in the end with the oxygen destroyer. Pardon me. It's a great movie. It is the beginning. If you watch a Godzilla movie, you gotta watch this one. This is the OG. This is the man right here. Definitely gotta take time to see this film. Let's measure him up real quick. One of the big 30 centimeters, that's for sure. He's actually almost 12 and a half to the top of his head there. Pretty much 12 and a half looks like. His depth from his tip of his tail to the front of his jaw is about almost 17, right at 17 inches. His width at his feet there is about 7 3/4. So he's definitely no joke, a big 30 centimeter. Old school X plus 30 centimeter figure right here, y'all. Let's see, on the bottom of the foot, what does it say? 2011? Yeah. So it says Godzilla 1954. It says Plex 2011. Made in China X Plus. So this figure is 15 years old now. It's crazy to think about that, but it is. It's 15 years old. I'm going to go do this video like my other ones. If you like the way I did my previous video of the 75 Godzilla, let me know. But it's just, I think it's better to do it that way sometimes. But I just got to keep an eye on my camera when I do it like this to make sure I'm getting the figure in there. So you can see the tail goes pretty much touches and straight back. No tail stand required. Like practically all X Plus nowadays require tail stands. Got the sectioned off tail sections there, the tree bark skin, and the charcoal gray. This figure's pretty much all monochrome. You can see the gray on the dorsal plates. The outer tips are light gray, and the inner parts are charcoal gray. Very classic looking dorsal plates. OG Godzilla. See the tree bark skin all over the body. Looks good. The toenails are a grayish color. So are the fingernails. Four-toed Godzilla here. That changed in and out throughout the years. Got some suit wrinkling here on the back of the thighs and the legs and the knee areas. More suit wrinkling on both legs. Nice suit wrinkles here on this, between the ankle and the knee on the left leg. Some suit wrinkling on the back of the heel. Up here on the hip again, and in the midsection, very nice suit wrinkles. Man in suit portrayed very well by X Plus. There's the hands and the claws. The thumb is kind of offset, like almost like a human thumb, and then later on that it's changed over the years many times with Godzilla. Chest area looks good. The eyes are white with a black pupil, pretty much straight up. Got your ears there. Either side of the head. Teeth are that same gray color as the claws on the feet and the hands. Suit wrinkling in the neck here as well. X Plus does a great job of capturing that essence of suit wrinkling in the suits. We'll do the comparisons here, y'all, and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, so here is the Wonderfest on the camera's right, coming around here. Color version. You can see the differences there with the brownish colors and stuff. Tan, almost brown colors. But they're pretty much the same exact figure, same sculpt. Just the Wonderfest one was, I want to say it was 2014. Let me see. No, it says 2013. So this Wonderfest edition came out 2 years after this guy. We'll do some more comparisons. Let's do that now. Here is the Sakai 1954 Godzilla. See, he's much smaller. Quite a bit smaller than the original OG. They're both 30 centimeter, but as we all know, some of the older Sakais are smaller in scale. Let's do a few more. We'll do that now. Alright, y'all, here's the Star Ace 30 centimeter Energized Godzilla 2024. This is after he attacked the French nuclear plant, I would say. Remember, and he was going in the ocean, and he was so energized and hot that he was boiling the ocean. This is that version of Godzilla before he becomes evolved. Alright, let's do some more. We'll be right back. Alright, y'all. Gamera 1999 30 centimeter. We're going to color the spectrum. I might do multiple comparisons here just because I want to. Alright, we'll do some more. Let's move on to that. Alright, y'all, 30 years later, the Cybot 84 Godzilla. He is one of the bigger 30 centimeters out there. As far as height. Anyway, I'd say the tallest 30 centimeter, in my opinion, is the Hedorah. Alright, we'll do one more. Let's do that now. Alright, y'all, here's the Ichiban Godzilla 54 by Bandai. Background's trying to fall again. These axes have been holding up good though. Alright, we'll do one Kong comparison and let's do that now. Alright, y'all, two Kongs here. X Plus 2017 version 2 with the boat motor in his hand, and the Star Ace 30 centimeter 2024 without the Beast Club. These all look good together. I love posing X Plus together. Kong and Godzilla are a natural comparison, in my opinion, because of their history together. I got a whole shop of Kongs up there. This is a cool figure, and this was a recollection for me. I think I already said that, but pretty neat Godzilla. If you're gonna have a Godzilla in your collection, have this X Plus in your collection because you can't go wrong with him. Alright, y'all, close out this video. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. This is Phil the Kaiju King. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll talk again soon.